You ever do this? You Google a name and you find two people who are just completely different? It happens all the time. But what if one of them is a world-renowned artist and the other is, well, something else entirely? We're going to dive into this really strange case of mistaken identity and the wild confusion around a single name, Patrick Kearney. So on one side of your search results, you get these glowing reviews. Things like majestic control of nuances and expression. Sounds amazing, right? But then, on the other side, you see this absolutely chilling nickname, the Trash Bag Killer. And both are connected to the same name. This isn't just some mix-up. It's like two universes colliding. So that's the big question, isn't it? How can one name possibly stand for both incredible art and just unimaginable horror? To get to the bottom of it, we've got to untangle these two lives that have gotten all knotted up on the internet. Okay, so let's start with the artist. This Patrick Kearney has built his entire life around music, specifically the classical guitar. His story? It's all about talent, discipline, and being celebrated on the world stage. And when I say celebrated, I mean it. Critics just rave about him. His own biography talks about him having, quote, a rare balance between sheer technical virtuosity and intense musicality. So he's not just some guy who can play fast. He's seen as a true artist, someone who really captivates an audience. The bottom line is, this is a man at the absolute top of his game. And his journey is just wow. It starts early. He wins his first national competition when he's only 10 years old. Then he studies in Paris, one of the best places in the world, and kicks off his professional career in '93. His albums get critical acclaim, like an Opus Prize nomination in 2002, and by 2019, he's teaching at the prestigious McGill University. You see? This is a lifetime of hard work and dedication. And his reach is truly global. We're not just talking about a performer here. This guy is a cornerstone of the classical music scene. He's toured all over the world, played with major orchestras. He's even pushed the art form forward by getting new music written for the guitar. Oh, and he also founded his own international festival. The man is a legend in his field. So this instrument, the classical guitar, it's really the heart of his legacy. It represents beauty, skill, art. When you think of Patrick Kearney, the musician, this is the world you should be picturing. Okay, now hold that thought, because we're about to take a very, very sharp turn. Now we have to talk about the other Patrick Kearney. And let me tell you, there is no music here. This is a story of pure, unimaginable violence that held Southern California in its grip for more than a decade. Let's be crystal clear about this. We're talking about Patrick Wayne Kearney, and he got that awful nickname, the Trash Bag Killer, because of his horrifying method. He would dismember his victims and then dump their remains in trash bags along the side of the road. So yes, these are two completely 100% different men. The sheer number of his victims is it's staggering. He was convicted for 21 murders, but Kearney himself confessed to at least 28. Some people think the number could be as high as 32. It's almost unbelievable, but that makes him one of the most prolific serial killers in all of American history. And his method was just chillingly routine. He'd pick up young men, a lot of them hitchhikers, shoot them with no warning at all, and then commit these absolutely horrific acts before dismembering their bodies. It was this cold, calculated process that he just repeated over and over again. And if you want a little window into just how cold he was, listen to this. When the police asked him about one of his victims, a 13-year-old boy named Michael McGee, this is what he said. "I disposed of the body. You aren't going to find him." Just flat. No emotion. No remorse. Here's the part that's so terrifying. By day, Patrick Wayne Kearney was just this quiet, short guy, only 5'5", working as an engineer at Hughes Aircraft. His supervisor actually called him a model worker. He was completely average, totally invisible. He was a monster hiding in plain sight. And to make things even more confusing, Kearney's name often gets tangled up with another famous nickname from that time, the Freeway Killer. But here's the thing, that name doesn't belong to just one guy. I mean, can you imagine the terror in Southern California back in the late 70s, early 80s? You've got not one, not two, but three separate serial killers, all hunting young men and leaving their bodies near the freeways. William Bonin and Randy Kraft were the two most often called the Freeway Killer. But our guy, Patrick Kearney, the Trash Bag Killer, was actually the very first of the three to get caught. So why the messy overlap? It's pretty simple, actually. It's because of where he left the bodies. Even though his MO, shooting his victims, was totally different from Bonin and Kraft, who mostly tortured and strangled their victims, that shared dumping ground got him lumped in with them as another freeway killer. So let's bring it all back together. Let's finally clear up this contradiction once and for all. We've got two very different men, two polar opposite legacies, all sharing one name. And the contrast really couldn't be more extreme. On one side, you have Patrick Kearney from Montreal, Canada, an artist, a teacher, a celebrated musician who brings beauty into the world. And on the other, Patrick Wayne Kearney from East Los Angeles, a monster, a serial killer serving 21 life sentences in prison. One man who creates, and another who only, ever, destroys. And that really leaves us with one last thing to think about. In this digital world we live in, where a simple search can smash two completely different lives together on one results page, what does a name even mean anymore? It's a pretty unsettling thought that for one man, a lifetime of creating art is forever tied, just by a random coincidence, to a legacy of pure horror.